gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to a book review. This is the first book review on the main channel, although I've done a few for the retro channel, and also one or two for the Universal channel. I think just the one at the moment. Yeah, one at the moment, but there will probably be more in the future. Apologies for noises outside. Some really uncourteous neighbours. What's new? So, ignoring voices outside. Today's book is The Railway Adventures, Places, Trains, People and Stations by Vicki and Geoff Marshall, a book spin-off to their All the Stations internet series, published by September Publishing, and it's a nice companion to the internet series. You get 6 main chapter points. First, choose your place, which is this is basically also it's also a guidebook to sort of or a sort of it's kind of giving you ideas to go on your own adventure, giving you tips on how to sort of do it, and yeah, pretty much encouraging you to go out and travel by train to places, possibly ones you've never been to before. I myself have done two trips for their Have an Adventure weekend in August 2017 and April 2019, where I went to Stansted Airport in Eltham. Yeah, and those actually not too far away from Bishop Stortford, but whilst I've never been to them before, especially to Stansted Airport, not really the best places to go. I would say they're just something for me to go on a quick train ride to. But it was nice to do those two, to go to Stansted Airport for a bit, and I had my dad with me that time. Sadly, the Eltham trip wasn't quite as nice, as I had a very delayed train. My camera on my phone was actually a bit. Well, this is the phone I had before this one was bad, and it wasn't filming that good. Although it did film quite a lot of what I did, and there was some bits only a few bits that needed an audio commentary dubbing over it, which was annoying had to be done, but for the video edit. But thankfully, it wasn't so bad. And I took the temporary phone I had at the time on my trip to Angel Road for the other one, for the Angel Road Lee Bridge stations. 2 other stations I've never done before, with the former closing later down the line. So that was cool. So I can't do either of those stations, especially not Angel Road for the next Have an Adventure one. Maybe Meriden Water. I might be able to check that station. I might check that station out when there's a more when the timetable gets a bit better. For that station, I mean, there's going to be more. There's going to be a regular service to Stratford in September. Maybe I'll check it out then. Otherwise, I might wait till after the December timetable, when there might hopefully be more trains coming from Hertford or Stortford stopping there. I'm not sure if that is going to be the case though. If it was just a weekday limited service in the mornings and evenings. For the through trains, and then introduced from May, and then the Termini trains from September, and then in December the through trains will get a more regular service. I don't know if that's going to be the case, or if the through trains are going to come at a later point than December 2019. But anyway, back to the book. Choose your place. So let's say Meriden Water, when it opens, well, replace it. Well, has opened Meriden Water, for example. So you choose your place, and they've got a couple of nice places. Some notable, some not so notable places. That's the best thing about all the stations. They go to places that a lot of people go to, busy stations like London or Glasgow or Cardiff or Wales or Birmingham, Manchester, all the busy stations, or for the cities or big towns. And they also go to these really remote stations, halts and request stops, underused stations, least used stations. There's another video series on that. Least used stations in the county, in respective counties, e.g. Hertfordshire, it's Park Street on the St Albans branch. In Essex, it's White Notley on the Braintree branch. And yeah, there's a really good series. So yeah, they go to all sorts of stations. It is all the stations, and they did also go to all the new stations opened after 2017 when they did their video series. They went to all the new stations as well. including Kenilworth and, for example, and Corfe Castle occasion, and possibly Dartmouth occasionally. Actually, I think Dartmouth was already doing that, running on a list, have some limited service on an heritage railway. They might be lucky yet to go to Swanage, might join the network at some point. It still doesn't appear on the map, the Swanage Railway itself, just the Corfe Castle limited service. Anyway, the second chapter is remember to get off at the right station. Again, talking a bit at the stations, I think. Let me see, where's chapter 2? So, part 1's the places, part 2's the stations. Part 3, don't forget about the network, which teaches you, talks about the railway infrastructure itself. So in the end, it's history, and it's yeah, that's cool. Number 4 is talk to as many people as you can. So basically, the locals, the staff, just going around talking to people. And part 5 is you can't help but love the trains, which is basically a chapter on the trains themselves, what runs on what line. For example, the paces, which are now going out of style, and yeah, it looks really great. And then number 6 is have your own adventure, is basically another talking about a few more places, and it's basically giving you nice ideas where to go. They've also got they've got plenty of pictures, maps and diagrams. There's a sort of a map on page 6 before their introduction, and they list plenty of big places, but also plenty of little places as well, although not always completely accurate. And there's also some after the introduction, there's also some fun and you've also got a bit of fun and games in Here Is Now, not like in an annual, but there's some sort of fun competitions and some lots of stats, lots of numbers. Really interesting. Yeah, this is great. Such a great. Really good book and really interesting. My only complaint is that they've got one stat wrong at the very end of chapter 5, just before we go to chapter 6, and that is all the platforms, part 2, and they list stations with the most platforms on the National Rail network. There's 2 stations that I think should have been on this list, but haven't. Now, one of them is Stratford, but I can understand why that's not included, as only 9 of those platforms are National Rail, including the London Overground. But there's 21 in total. But if they're just talking about National Rail, then yeah, there's only 9 of them, so I can see that one not being on the list. But one that certainly should be on the list, with all 18 of platforms, will be 17 once Crossrail is finished works and they extend 16 and 17. But at the moment it's 18, and that will certainly be printed in the paper. And that's London-Liverpool Street. They skip London-Liverpool Street in the list. It's in this list on the... Over here, you got Birmingham New Street, London Waterloo, London Victoria, Edinburgh Waverley, London Euston. That's where, I think, right after that one should have been London Liverpool Street, number 6. But nope, Glasgow Central, Leeds, Manchester Piccadilly, Reading, and London St Pancras International. Where's London Liverpool Street? It's got 18 platforms. Where is it? And all of them are National Rail. If you want the underground adds another 5, and Crossrail would add another 2, and then 1 removed for the extent platform 18 to extend 16 and 17 for some reason. I hope they reopen 18 at a later point, but you know that's still 17 and 18 platforms without the underground, and the future Crossrail ones. But yeah, at least it should have gone between Euston and Glasgow Central, because I think it is in alphabetical order for the ones with the same number. And if it was 17, then it would be 8th. But still, it should be in the top 10. Why isn't Liverpool Street on this list? And I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple of other stations with 15 to 25 platforms that was skipped. So I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. But apart from that, this is a really great book, a really great guide. It can be a bit of a long read, but it's an interesting read, and lots of great tips and great guides to go to places, do some stuff, talk to some people. Don't forget to about the network and the trains, and yeah, just have a great time and enjoy your visit. So yeah, all this, the railway ventures, places, trains, people, and stations. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It's a brilliant book and brilliant guide, brilliant help, and it's even quite fun on reading on the train. Hence why it's a bit battered, because I've had to put it in my bag when I've done my uni commutes. I did I did listen to Big Finish audios on my route. Then my headphones broke, so I then turned to books to help, and this was one of the ones I took from quite a lot of the journey. And yeah, it's a really good book. Oh look, there's one of the little trains now. Oh, this is such a cute little train. Oh, yeah, fan. But yeah, so yeah, great book. Highly recommend it. I shall now also quickly review another book by Geoff Marshall, Tube Station Trivia, which talks about some sneaky little facts about on the London Underground, or at their respective stations or on the line. Again, based off a companion piece to a famous internet series, a hit internet series that Geoff Marshall did, and there was an additional 2 videos to help promote the book. And yeah, I got my hands on it for my birthday. I got the Railway Adventures for Christmas. I managed to get Tube Station Trivia for my birthday. Well, I got it whilst out on my birthday, I should say. But yeah, Tube Station Trivia. That's next, and I'll see you guys then. Goodbye. Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne Retro YouTube channel. So anyway, today's... Oh, shut up! They're not going to shut up anytime soon. Let's just get on with it. Yeah,